Book of Proverbs Part 2. 1. The best and shortest road towards knowledge of truth is nature. 2. For every joy there is a price to be paid. 3. If his heart rules him, his conscience will soon take the place of the rod. 4. What you are doing does not matter so much as what you are learning from doing it. It is better not to know and to know that one does not know, than presumptuously to attribute some random meaning to symbols. 5. If you search for the laws of harmony, you will find knowledge. 6. If you are searching for a netter, observe nature. 7. Exuberance is a good stimulus towards action, but the inner light grows in silence and concentration. 8. Not the greatest master can go even one step for his disciple, in himself he must experience each stage of developing consciousness. Therefore, he will know nothing for which he is not ripe. 9. The body is the house of God. That is why it is said, man, know yourself. 10. True teaching is not an accumulation of knowledge, it is an awaking of consciousness which goes through successive stages. 11. The man who knows how to lead one of his brothers towards what he has known may one day be saved by that very brother. 12. People bring about their own undoing through their tongues. 13. If one tries to navigate unknown waters, one runs the risk of shipwreck. 14. Leave him in error who loves his error. 15. Every man is rich in excuses to safeguard his prejudices, his instincts, and his opinions. 16. To know means to record in one's memory, but to understand means to blend with the thing and to assimilate it oneself. 17. There are two kinds of error, blind credulity and piecemeal criticism. Never believe a word without putting its truth to the test. Discernment does not grow in laziness, and this faculty of discernment is indispensable to the seeker. Sound skepticism is the necessary condition for good discernment, but piecemeal criticism is an error. 18. Love is one thing, knowledge is another. 19. True sages are those who give what they have, without meanness and without secret. 20. An answer brings no illumination unless the question has matured to a point where it gives rise to this answer, which thus becomes its fruit. Therefore, learn how to put a question. 21. What reveals itself to me ceases to be mysterious for me alone. If I unveil it to anyone else, he hears mere words which betray the living sense, profanation, but never revelation. 22. The first concerning the secrets, all cognition comes from inside, we are therefore initiated only by ourselves, but the Master gives the keys. 23. The second concerning the way, the seeker has need of a master to guide him and lift him up when he falls, to lead him back to the right way when he strays. 24. Understanding develops by degrees. 25. As to deserving, know that the gift of heaven is free. This gift of knowledge is so great that no effort would ever could hope to deserve it. 26. If the master teaches what is error, the disciple's submission is slavery. If he teaches truth, this submission is ennoblement. 27. There grows no wheat where there is no grain. 28. The only thing that is humiliating is helplessness. 29. An answer if profitable in proportion to the intensity of the quest. 30. Listen to your conviction, even if they seem absurd to your reason. 31. Know the world in yourself. Never look for yourself in the world, for this would be to project your illusion. 32. To teach one must know the nature of those whom one is teaching. 33. In every vital activity it is the path that matters. 34. The way of knowledge is narrow. 35. Each truth you learn will be, for you, as new as if it had never been written. 36. The only active force that arises out of possession is fear of losing the object of possession. 37. If you defy an enemy by doubting his courage, you double it. 38. The nut doesn't reveal the tree it contains. 39. For knowledge, you should know that peace is an indispensable condition of getting it. 40. The first thing necessary in teaching is a master, the second is a pupil capable of carrying on the tradition. 41. Peace is the fruit of activity, not of sleep. 42. Envious greed must govern to possess, and ambition must possess to govern. 43. When the governing class isn't chosen for quality, it is chosen for material wealth. This always means decadence, the lowest stage a society can reach. 44. One foot isn't enough to walk with. 45. Our senses serve to affirm, not to know. 46. We mustn't confuse mastery with mimicry, knowledge with superstitious ignorance. 47. Physical consciousness is indispensable for the achievement of knowledge. 48. A man can't be judge of his neighbor, intelligence. His own vital experience is never his neighbor's. 49. No discussion can throw light if it wanders from the real point. 50. Your body is the temple of knowledge. 51. Experience will show you, a master can only point the way. 52. A house has the character of the man who lives in it. 53. All organs work together in the functioning of the whole. 54. A man's heart is his own netter. 55. A pupil may show you by his own efforts how much he deserves to learn from you. 56. Routine and prejudice distort vision. Each man thinks his own horizon is the limit of the world. 57. You will free yourself when you learn to be neutral and follow the instructions of your heart without letting things perturb you. This is the way of Maat. 58. Judge by cause, not by effect. 59. Growth in consciousness doesn't depend on the will of the intellect or its possibilities but on the intensity of the inner urge. 60. Every man must act in the rhythm of his time. Such is wisdom. 61. Men need images. Lacking them they invent idols. Better then to find the images on realities that lead the true seeker to the source. 62. Maat, who links universal to terrestrial, the divine with the human is incomprehensible to the cerebral intelligence. 63. Have the wisdom to abandon the values of a time that has passed and pick out the constituents of the future. An environment must be suited to the age and men to their environment. 64. Everyone finds himself in the world where he belongs. The essential thing is to have a fixed point from which to check its reality now and then. 65. Always watch and follow nature. 66. A phenomenon always arises from the interaction of complementary. If you want something, look for the complement that will elicit it. Seth causes Heru. Heru redeems Seth. 67. All seed ants are light, but the color is different. 68. The plant reveals what is in the seed. 69. Popular beliefs on essential matters must be examined in order to discover the original thought. 70. It is the passive resistance from the helm that steers the boat. 71. The key to all problems is the problem of consciousness. 72. Man must learn to increase his sense of responsibility and of the fact that everything he does will have its consequences. 73. If you would build something solid, don't work with wind, always look for a fixed point, something you know that is stable. Yourself. 74. If you would know yourself, take yourself as the starting point and go back to its source, your beginning will disclose your end. 75. Images are nearer reality than cold definitions. 76. Seek peacefully, you will find. 77. Organization is impossible unless those who know the laws of harmony lay the foundation. 78. It is no use whatever preaching wisdom to men, you must inject it into their blood. 79. Knowledge is consciousness of reality. Reality is the sum of the laws that govern nature and of the causes from which they flow. 80. Social good is what brings peace to family and society. 81. Knowledge is not necessarily wisdom. 82. By knowing one reaches belief. By doing one gains conviction. 83. Altruism is the mark of a superior being. 84. All is within yourself. Know your most inward self and look for what corresponds with it in nature. 85. The seed cannot sprout upwards without simultaneously sending roots into the ground. 86. The seed includes all the possibilities of the tree. The seed will develop these possibilities, however, only if it receives corresponding energies from the sky. 87. Grain must return to the earth, die, and decompose for new growth to begin. 88. Man, know yourself and you shalt know the gods. 89. A mean phrase slights its sayer. 90. An absent person should have his excuse. 91. Be patient with a bad neighbor, he may move or face misfortune. 92. Bed is the poor man's opera. 93. Borrowing is bad and paying back is a loss. 94. Does sheep manure turn to caramel? 95. Dress up a stick and you get a doll. 96. Education is what you know, not what's in the book. 97. Grapes are eaten one by one. 98. I believe what you say, I'm only surprised at what you do. 99. If you marry a monkey for his wealth, the money goes, and the monkey remains. 100. If you should drag a dog to the hunt, neither he nor his hunting is any good. 101. If you live in a glass house, don't throw stones. 102. If your friend is like honey, don't lick all of it. 103. Learn politeness from the impolite. 104. Making money on manure is better than losing money on musk. 105. Money goes to peacocks. 106. Protect the flame of your candle and it will light more. 107. Stretch your legs as far as your quilt goes. 108. The costly news of today will be free tomorrow. 109. The miserable got together with the hopeless. 110. The son of the swan is a good swimmer. 111. They couldn't beat the donkey, so they beat the saddle. 112. We let him in, he brought his donkey along. 113. What comes this way, goes this way.